Taking care of your mental health happens on a running path with good music and good people. That's the idea behind the R&B Running Series, a 5K and 10K event that blends fitness, music, and community connection, especially for communities where mental health hasn't always been an open conversation. Here to tell us all about how you can take part in this upcoming wellness experience, we have Troy M. Williams, founder and chief executive officer of Deeper Cuts Therapy. Great to have you.
Happy to be here.
Yes. So I wanted to start off, Troy, by talking about there's often a stigma around mental health in communities of color. So how does that show up today, and are there still barriers surrounding that?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. So that shows up in a myriad of ways. So let's think about our social determinants of health. So that would lead to higher, because of these barriers of access, it leads to higher suicide rates. It leads to heart attacks, strokes, so many different health issues that happen in our community. And because of the stigma surrounding it, people are afraid to talk to people. They don't know who to go to. Additionally, I would say in the state of California, recent statistics show that only 3% of the population of mental health providers are Black. And that also leads to issues for barriers, create more barriers for people to access mental health providers.
Yeah, and you're wanting to make sure that those resources are there. And instead of traditional settings alone, your work emphasizes movement and culture. Why can things like running and music be powerful tools for mental wellness? And how does that philosophy show up in what you do?
Absolutely. So when it comes to exercises and music, those things, especially if it's like some good nostalgic music, it releases endorphins and it allows you to feel better. And that's the bio side of it. It allows you to feel more excited. And also, so my PhD is in human ecology. I got it from the University of Wisconsin, and I studied this thing called Black third spaces. So your first space is your home, your second space is your job, and the third space is somewhere where you can go and find community and connection. And the more access to those third spaces that you have, the healthier you are. So we wanted to address those things in our run.
Yes, the R&B Running Series, which includes fitness, music, and community. So what inspired that concept, and what makes it resonate with people who come out and take part in it?
So, like I said, I got my PhD at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and it's a very cold place. And I ended up connecting with a group called Black Men Run while I was there. And that group really helped me keep my sanity in the midst of writing very long papers and debating all of my very intelligent classmates. And I saw the health benefits. So along with losing weight and being healthier because of my running, I was also able to make these very strong connections. So I wanted to think through how we could do that. So I have a business partner who's not here. He's a nurse. His name is Aaron King. Aaron also wanted to figure out what is a very non-traditional way that we can introduce health to our community. And the 5K and 10K decided to be that way.
Yeah, and this is year 2. It's going strong. So what kind of impact did you see from the first R&B Running Series, both in terms of turnout and the sense of community it created?
Absolutely. So last year we had over 634 participants. So it was a huge turnout. Additionally, over 48 people left with mental health providers. So we didn't mention at the conclusion of our run, we have a mental health fair where people are able to meet mental health providers. Wow. And that when people left with 48 folks, that just was really great. But also we know that that opportunity to connect with people, it also allows people to be healthier. So when we interviewed our participants after the run, 67% of our participants said that they left with new connections. So they met friends and they were able to connect with folks at the run, and that's a win for us.
Yeah, and you mentioned, I mean, it's really important to you. People come out to the run, but they also take those tools home that they can use and incorporate. You're also reinvesting proceeds into tools like journals and affirmation cards that we have here. So how do these resources extend the mission of Deeper Cuts Therapy?
Absolutely. So our mission is to address disparities in the community when it comes to mental health. Because there's been a deliberate disinvestment in things like health, we want to address those things. So previously, we organized barbershop and beauty salon mental health initiatives where we brought therapists inside of barbershops and beauty salons. And in that, we were able to connect people with mental health providers. But a lot of people weren't doing it, weren't accepting those things. So then we began to do more research about it. And we found that when a person is journaling in their therapy sessions, they're more likely to get more out of therapy. So we wanted to create a culturally competent, but also an accessible tool that our clients could utilize while they're in therapy so they can get more out of it. So that's why we created this tool for them.
Yeah, well, I'm glad our viewers are hearing about it. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for joining us today and telling us about the running series and Deeper Cuts Therapy.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Of course, I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for a little bit more information. The R&B running series takes place Saturday, May 16th at 2501 New Market Drive in Sacramento. To register, head to raceroster.com and search for R&B Running Series. And Deeper Cuts Therapy works to provide culturally sensitive and empowering services. For more info, visit deepercutstherapy.com.